How do you properly strain bones for clear broth? Imagine turning a simple pot of bones and water into a beautifully clear, flavorful broth that looks as good as it tastes. That's what proper straining can do for you. When you cook bones and carcasses to make broth, a lot of tiny particles and fats can cloud the liquid. Straining helps you remove these bits, giving you a clean, smooth broth perfect for soups or sauces. First, once your broth has finished simmering for at least 4 hours, turn off the heat and let it sit for a few minutes. This helps the particles settle at the bottom. Then, get a large colander or a fine mesh strainer ready. Place it over a large bowl or another pot. Carefully pour the broth through this for straining to catch the big pieces of bones, vegetables, and aromatics. Be gentle to avoid splashing or spilling. For an even clearer broth, line the fine mesh strainer with cheesecloth or a clean kitchen towel. Pour the broth through this second filter. The cheesecloth traps tiny particles and sediment that escape the first strain, leaving you with a crystal clear liquid. To make handling easier and reduce mess, you can use a mesh basket or a pasta insert. Put the bones and vegetables inside it before simmering. When the broth is ready, lift out the basket and let the broth drain off. Then, pour the broth through your fine strainer lined with cheesecloth. After straining, let the broth cool in the refrigerator. As it cools, fat will rise to the top and solidify. You can skim this off with a spoon for a leaner broth. The collagen from the bones will turn the broth into a jelly-like consistency when cold, showing it's packed with nutrients. Using bones and carcasses to make broth is a smart way to stretch your food budget. Proper straining makes sure you get a clear, versatile broth that can be used in many dishes or enjoyed on its own. It's a simple step that makes a big difference in the final flavor and appearance of your homemade broth.